side of the, you can see the clearly this metal beam has fallen off, so it is very unsafe. The tiles have come off the building out here. This floor has totally collapsed. So hi guys, I think it is Indian Vagabond and I am back after 2 years. Also, this is for the first time I am using a GoPro setup, so initially there might be some setup issues, but I hope after a certain time I'll get used to it. And for today's journey you can see that I'm taking my bike with me and we'll be covering different parts of Baj and Achipur. So let's start the ride. Now this is the railway line which is coming from Calcutta towards Baj, and this is the old abandoned, the original Baj station out here, which you'll just see. So that's the old Baj railway station, and the new one, Komagata-Maru Baj station, is down there up ahead, and this is the old one. So as you can see, we have reached our first destination. This is the original old Baj station. Let me put down my original old Baj station, where Swami Vivekananda had rested here after he came back from Chicago, from the famous where he gave his famous speech, which we all know. I mean, it still reverberates in our mind. So this is apparently the place, the room where he rested, and this is the marble plaque that has been installed up here. You can clearly see, so it's saying that from Chicago in the year 1897, on 19th of February he had come, and so he had come. There's a Baj ferry ghat out here where the ship came, and from here he rested. He came here to this place because he had to go back to Calcutta by catching a train. So this is the old Baj station. So the new one is out there, which is now known as Komagata-Maru Baj station. Now why it is called Komagata-Maru Baj station, we'll come to know a little later, because there is another monument out here. In the meantime, you just enjoy this view. This is the old Bajbat station. So a little down from that old Bajbat station we have another very important monument, Komagata Maru Memorial Monument, and the last time I had come it was very different. So after a long time I'm hearing the sirens from the factories. So this is the place where the famous Komagata Maru ship had been stuck out here because the Britishers were not allowing them to get down, and once they forced their way they were fired upon and many people were killed. So that's the monument which has been built. So in my blog you can see the history of that monument and you can read about Komagata Maru out here. This is the Komagata Maru Memorial. We will be going inside. Let me see, they are starting a new museum. I'm not so sure whether it's open or not yet. We'll just check it out. This is the memorial and this is the new museum that they have built. I don't think it's open yet. They are yet to open. These are the name of martyrs who were fired upon, got killed. The Britishers had fired because they did not want them to disembark here. They wanted to take them somewhere else. And this is the monument. And there are different murals depicting the journey and the British soldiers firing on the Sikh. This is their main leader who had arranged for their transportation. They were trying to disembark in North America. And if you see my blog, this monument was inaugurated by the then Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, on 1st of January 1952. So this is the Ganges and this is the ferry ghat, the Bajbat ferry ghat, and you can see the statue of Swami Vivekananda. So So I've stopped here for some time. So this is the place where, I mean, there was an old jetty out here, which is obviously a new one. So there he had disembarked from the ship which had come down from Chicago. I mean, he had changed the ship obviously, and so this is the river, and from there he went to the Bajpur station, and from there he waited for his train back to Kolkata. So now we have come to the Achipur Chinese temple. This is the place where the Chinese first came and settled out here in Kolkata, you can say, or you can say in India. So they had a sugar factory out here, so most were laborers out here. Chinese temple. So they have a Hindu temple also. That's Khuda and Khudi. You can see out there. That's Khuda and Khudi, the original deity made out of wood. Recently burned the paper money for the ancestors. So these they actually used to shake and take out. One stick will come out and then it will interpret. There's one more god out here. Minshing, or I forgot the exact name. This is another god. So this is like a mini temple shrine kind of thing for them. This is the shrine of Tun Achiu, the founder of Dachiput, as we know of, and the one who actually got all the laborers from China. Beautiful view of Ganges or Hooghly River. This is the Barud Ghar, what they call the Barud Ghar. So when ships used to come down the river, they had to deposit all their gunpowders out here in these, you can see out there, those are the gunpowder magazines, and that used to be their main office where it used to be registered, it used to be weighed and registered. And so the reason why they used to prevent ships from carrying large amount of gunpowder is, one is for safety, because if they reach the Calcutta port and if there's an explosion, then there will be a huge damage. And secondly, they were scared that there might be the rebellions or the enemies might want to sneak in some excess gunpowder. So every ship they used to deposit the most of their gunpowder, except for few items, a few limited quantity which they might use it for gun salutes or for other signaling purpose. Rest all for security reason, any kind of excess amount of gunpowder they had to submit it back. And it is that building out there is where the office was there. It used to be registered, and there were multiple such small gunpowder magazines where the gunpowders used to be saved. So they are drawing dung cakes out here. So these are the gunpowder magazines. See the honeycomb kind of structure, how they were built with multiple smaller pipes out there, and then this is how the construction was done. So this used to be their main office building come residence. I mean, the people who used to work, they used to stay. But if you can see, that's completely collapsed. The floors have collapsed. Even the wall is now tilting little towards this side. So this was not there. It's a very dangerous kind of situation out there. I don't think going inside is a feasible option. You can see it from here itself. Achipur, or you can say that this is the Moyapur Barudghar, not exactly Achipur, because if you see the map, this place is mentioned as Moyapur. That's another abandoned building out there. The ones in front, those small single structure houses, they where you can find them in all the different corners of the building. I mean, this whole area, because they are those were the guard houses, pill boxes, guard houses, whatever you can call them. And this is obviously a water tank, small pond for self-sufficiency for the people who were staying out here. And that's the only portion of the wall that is still visible today. I'll take you near it. And before that, you can see this small room for the guards where the sentry, they were positioned out here. And you can see the small hole out there for their rifles or muskets, whatever you can call them. Yes, this is there are lots of cows grazing, because though this land belongs to the Port Trust, but it's open to use, and this is the portion of the wall that is still visible. And these are some of the, what you can call the magazine, gunpowder magazines. Different sections are there. It's better to avoid going inside, because this is used as literally a common toilet for the villages out here. So this is another place in Achipur. This is the old Achipur post office, and why this is very unique is because of the structure in the center that is more or less like that of a semaphore tower. So we know from documents that Achipur was also once a semaphore station, because from Calcutta to Bajbaj, Calcutta to Diamond Harbour, there was a telegraph line, and this was one of the station. And prior to telegraph, you had something called the semaphore signaling system, and this is unique because this portion is that of a semaphore signaling tower that we have, and then you have the rest of the post office. So this post office was actually functional till a couple of years back, but then maybe a decade back, but then the condition, you can see the condition of the building, and so they had to shift because of the precarious way the building was coming to crash. I mean, this was just crashing down. You can even see one of the metal joists which has collapsed. This one. This is the main tower. So you can clearly see, I mean, I had written a blog about it. So they had built this entire thing around the tower, and if you can go up, the original post office was up there. This is the inside of the, you can see clearly this metal beam has fallen off, so it is very unsafe. The tiles have come off the building out here, and this floor has totally collapsed. So you can see the upper floor structures. It's very unsafe to be here because it might collapse anytime. So this is the upper floor. You can clearly see that it has collapsed. So this is the last spot you can say at Baj out here, this is called the Pujali, and that is out there you can see the Pujali guest house. So you can hear the music out there. So they have picnic spots. So it's a very popular picnic spot out here, Pujali. So we have I had come here once. So there are some open grounds out there where you can just enjoy some leisure time with your family and friends. This is the Pujali. That side is Uluberia. So there is a Pujali launch cart out there which takes you to Uluberia directly. So this is the guest house where people can take rent and go inside and have their picnic. One of the interesting things is this Gandhi statue out there, which every year during 2nd of November is decked up, and this place is really cleaned up. So it's overall it's a nice, cheap and nice place to have picnic. Not very far from Kolkata. Very nice, easy drive, especially during the winter season. As you know, I came by bike today, so that's my Thunderbird. Usually, it's I have had this bike for nearly 4 years, but I usually do not promote my bike at Fortune Binami. But it's high time to show you my setup. So this is where I mount the front camera. So either I mount towards the front or towards me. I can mount it here also. This is where I keep my mobile for navigation. Safety is must. I always wear gloves, and obviously this is where I mount my side camera, and this is my Indian Vagabond setup. So it's time for some snacks. Chinara milk cake from there. It's a very nice place where you can have your food. It's just near the corner where you go towards Achiko temple.